Hello, my name's Mandy Cameron and I'm here today to show you how to do some arm knitting. I'm using a super bulky weight yarn, 3 strands, and I've just put a little knot at the end to keep them all together, just to make it easier. And I'm going to start by measuring a tail just between my arms like this, ready for my cast on. To cast on, I'm just going to make a slip knot by twisting my yarn and bringing the working yarn through, popping it on my wrist. Just tighten it up slightly, not too tight, and that's your first stitch. At this point, I'm just going to put my hand through the 2 working yarn and the tail strands, and I'm going to pick this one up off my thumb and make a loop. I'm then going to pick up the working yarn off my finger and I've made my second stitch. Just tighten it slightly. Do that again for you because I need to do it 10 stitches. So I'm just going to lift the yarn off my thumb, and through that loop I'm going to take the other yarn. And again, just tighten it slightly. Loop from the thumb, pull the yarn through and on to your wrist. Just do that a few more times. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A couple more. 7, 8. That's my cast on. At this point, you want your working yarn. Oops, stuck on my chair. And I'm going to put the working yarn over my thumb, front to back. I'm then taking my first stitch of 3 strands, and I'm going to pull it up and drop it over my hand. The yarn that's over the thumb is your made stitch. I'm going to transfer that onto my other arm. And pick up that yarn with the left hand, tighten it slightly and do the next stitch. So take second stitch off the hand, drop it, the loop that's made on your thumb, you insert your right hand. You pick up your working yarn again, just tighten your tension slightly and drop the next stitch into your hand. Pick up your working yarn, your next stitch, take it off your hand, pop the new stitch on your right arm. You just do this all across the row. If you pick your working yarn up with your thumb, it's in the right place for the next stitch. There we go. And that is your first row complete. We now need to transfer it from the right hand to the left for your second row. So again, we put the yarn over the thumb from front to back. You take your first stitch and put it over your hand, keeping that yarn tightly in your thumb. You drop that stitch. This new one is for your next wrist. Picking the yarn up again, over and drop, new stitch onto the left hand. Up with the thumb, to the next wrist. I'm just going to do a few more stitches for you. End of that row. See how quickly it grows? That's 2 rows now. In no time at all, we'll have a cowl. Just do a couple more rows. I'm not worried about which way I'm putting my wrist into the new stitches at this point, as this is the beginner's stitch. There we go. Next row, over the thumb, drop the stitch, hand through the new one. And that's, you continue until it's at the length that you require, and you would cast off. There we go. When you need to take a break and you're halfway through a project, you can just slip it off your hand by putting an Alice band or a headband into your stitches to keep them all together. There we go. And just slide it off. It was easier. I've got my stitches too tight. There we go. And that's how you'd keep your work until you'd come back. Thank you for joining me on Craft Academy.